Now, are you getting intent data in from feeds that like our clickstream feeds showing you what people are looking at online?
Yeah, so some of the data has that. I mean, we're actually like a marketplace. People can come to us to list their data for sale or to buy data to resell, just buy for themselves. So everything you're mentioning, there's all these different vendors that
Right.
actually list it for sale and they use our platform.
Right, like DataRace.
First time I've heard someone mention them actually.
I used to have all my files listed on their marketplace, and we got a lot of tire kickers, people that express interest, would run counts or send them information. They wouldn't respond. People who, indicate there was some initial interest. Otherwise, the lead wouldn't have been generated, but they were real lax about following up information that we sent to them. And then with follow-up emails, they wouldn't respond. Turned out to be a lot of work.
You're not like a lead generator. You're actually in the data distribution angle of it.
Yeah, we're an aggregator and a compiler. So we license data to a lot of companies, people that are interested in our location feed or our intent behavior feed or clickstream feeds. We have CPG feeds, consumer packaged good feed, showing, what item was bought, how much someone paid for it. And we can tie that back to PII. We do fill list orders, but it's a very small part of our business. We're more into just licensing databases to larger companies in our space.
Yeah, this is a solution that aimed to solve every problem you just spoke about, right? Everyone in here, for the most part, other than you, is a data buyer or a data reseller. So this whole platform allows individuals like you to platform your data. We either act as a host and we can offer cheaper hosting fees, or host it yourself and do a transaction. Every issue you were mentioning from all those other prior experiences, this was the result of 4 years of doing this and understanding the market of, you don't need to be a Craigslist at the end of the day for data when there's a lot more to it than just a CSV.
Yeah. So what's going to make the leads you're generating more sincere, more professional, I would say less tire kickers and more serious buyers?
That's the big problem we solve. So, I mean, all 18 people here, for the most part, are set up for white labels where they pay us for cloud systems. And basically, they can license your data sets directly through the system.
I am Hakeem Draper. I am Chief Strategy Officer here at Avica Data. This platform is amazing, and its ability and flexibility has proven time and time again to really be a solution to a lot of problems in the data as a service space. With that said, we do these every Wednesday at noon Eastern. We primarily do these because the way that we get better at supporting you and the way that we make the platform better for you is by just hearing your direct feedback, your direct questions, your concerns, whatever it is. So this is why we do this. So if you have questions, you can feel free to raise your hand or pop a question in the chat.
What we provide is a system and method where you can either upload, subscribe, download, or resell any bits of data that people upload to our system. So it's essentially a three-sided marketplace. There's data providers, there's buyers, and there's resellers, all in one ecosystem where they can all coexist. Avica Data, us, we provide a $4.99 package that offers two things. Either A, you can download 5,000 records a minute, or B, you can upload data that other users can download at 5,000 records a minute. So it's $4.99, and whether you're going to license another database or use your own data, it's charged proportionately. So it's easier to keep track of and easily scalable. Maybe you have data specifically you want, and then maybe another individual has people who recently got in car accidents and you want to license that because they're the best person on the platform. You would have that ability to just by clicking a few buttons, which we'll go over.
I saw a quick question in the chat we can just address off the top, which is this a Go High Level product? No, we are our own company. We are available in Go High Level, and we certainly work with Go High Level and driven by a community of users who also use Go High Level who needed this as a solution.
Where you can push a lot of data much faster into Go High Level itself. One thing that I'll get into what I changed. So Hakeem has an interesting category that he works with. People who listen to certain types of music. So over, the last couple of weeks, different people have been uploading data. And Hakeem had an interesting group of people who listen to rap, pop music, pop music. Because this one day might be very useful. One day you might want to use this audience to make a custom audience on Facebook, Google, any of those. By archiving this data, the provider has the ability to not only use it themselves, but they can resell it at any point in time through their direct portal or through other white labelers reselling it. The other thing that I figured out over the last couple of days was hail. Someone asked, would I be able to build a product that if I uploaded hail data, it would automatically enrich homeowner information? Because the product they were asking to design on the platform was just putting a map together. Where did it hail? And then showing it to roofers, being like, here, boom, 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 hail, $1.99 a month. People are coming up with creative applications, because more so this system is designed almost like an app to build data app. So right now we've just been doing leads, all of them. Really, this system is capable of handling any of those complicated things, of whether it's weather reports for snow, hail, there's a longitude and latitude. We can plot it, and when we plot it, we can tie it to any of the databases in new UI, because all these databases and all these custom lists that you build from databases, they're going to end up turning into products. Each of these will be its own URL in your data store. So if you want to go off and, take the business professional list of 36 million people, maybe someone comes along the line and like, hey, I need a list of only people that are in the medical. We have all these options here. We have job title, department, industry, NAICS, SIC, and seniority level. These are the main ones in particular I use. Medical can be under, multiple things, one particular thing, hospital. And, if we don't know specifically, if we look it up, you guys have the fast, easy ability to pre-do these searches for your user. So when someone comes and says your database does not have any hospitals, you can go up and say, well, Janice went in, just spent the last hour. And what I did for you was I put together a database of only hospital employees for you. Instead of having to explain to Janet how you filter the whole system and going through all these options, which you can turn on and off. You can remove any of these options you don't want your user to see in your version to, make it a little bit easier. If you were having Janet who couldn't find hospitals, you could make a little video like you've probably seen all over YouTube, 60 seconds. Hey, Janet, this is how I find hospitals. Type in hospitals. Oops, then I'll save it.
So we got a question in the queue, but we also have a question in the chat. That should be a Stripe integration, not your banking information, but I don't know if you want to address that.
Well, there's three things actually. There's three things. So the gentleman earlier who is a big data provider, this is more so for him because it's set up where if you are buying to resell data, you have authorized.net, you have Stripe, and we do integrate other things on request. It might cost like $200-$300, but if it's like PayPal or somewhere like that, we can figure something out. But there is also Plaid. So Plaid was with the data provider specifically. There's a gentleman in here who's a big data provider who I wasn't expecting, but this is, useful given that. So they have the ability to integrate Plaid and sign up for Plaid. So what Plaid is, if you don't know, it's just a banking app where if you want to integrate any of the 8,000 different banks in the country, this is the one portal to do it. And what Plaid lets you do is there are APIs that let a holder of the account let other people sell for them. Basically, your bank account ties to their bank account. And if you see transactions that go through that are of your product, Plaid has a feature where you can basically create an invoicing system to bill them, and that auto deducts the money from their bank account. So as you scale up, there are countless amounts of fintech solutions in here where now you're not just distributing data, getting paid immediately. You have big resellers and wholesalers who pay Advocate Data for cloud hosting and then pay you on consignment because you have a pre-done agreement in theory if you did all these steps correctly. So that's why you see this specifically is.
Okay, Michael Smith is in the queue with a question. Michael, what you got?
Hi guys, my name is Michael Smith. I go by Mike. I'm currently a sales manager and national distributor for a product that we make here in Phoenix, Arizona for drilling and tapping and sawing into metal. So if I wanted to use this platform to get leads on people, steel fabricators or locksmiths or, welding companies that possibly might want to use my product, would this be something that would work for that?
Yeah. So we have it set up where every subscription gives you unlimited. You get these by default, people, businesses, and homeowners. But in addition to the subscription of this that you get unlimited to, you can provide us a list of keywords. So there's two ways you can find the leads. The traditional way, which is you're looking up specific business types. And then the new way, which is where you give us a set of keywords that people were Googling. and we'll find you those people that were Googling it in the last 7 to 10 days. Like, this is a database of people who were Googling crypto. There's a database of people who are looking to buy a home, people who Googled car accident lawyers, people who Googled remodeling.